Welcome. Today's podcast is going to be about life. I know we had another topic the other day, but unfortunately, the world was shaken by the passing of Kobe, his daughter, and a whole bunch of other people, 7 other people. So we just pretty much want to talk about life and how you shouldn't take it for granted. Nobody should really hold grudges. Because you never know when you're going to see somebody for the last time. Like I said, you can be here today, you can be gone tomorrow, and I don't know. I just feel like, everybody should do better. I know, my stomach is hurting. My stomach, man.
But the biggest thing about the whole entire podcast is just being grateful for the people that are in your life. And the people that were in your life but aren't in your life now, and if you have a grudge against them, let it go. Not saying that you have to invite them back into your life, because regardless of what they did to you, it's a lesson that you learn if you learn something from it. So just be grateful for the people that are in your life, and be thankful for the people that were in your life that taught you a lesson on how to act in a certain situation, how to act in a relationship, how to act towards certain people, because you never know when your last time on earth is going to be. So just be grateful for the people that you have, and don't hold grudges at all. Even if you have a problem with them, even not saying that you have to talk to them ever again, just saying find somewhere inside of you to forgive them internally before you have to worry about going to them.
That's what I say, man. Like, people hold grudges for dumb stuff, like, I didn't call you when I was gonna go bowling, or this dumb stuff, man. You didn't do what somebody wanted you to do.
Oh yeah, I know, because I used to be like that.
Yeah,
I used to when I was younger, I used to hold grudges over the simplest stuff. Like it was the simplest thing. Like, and it was like that because most of the time you tend to look at somebody how you would do them. So I would never do somebody like that. So I would look at them like they shouldn't do me like that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You can never look into somebody and think you want to get yourself back.
But you don't understand that until you get older. Until you experience it, until you go through something. Yeah. Until you get like, okay, now I can't hold somebody else accountable because of, I know how I am, but I can't hold somebody else to the same standard of me, because everybody's different. Everybody has was raised differently, has a different mindset, has different stuff.
Everybody just reacts different.
Yeah, definitely.
But at the end of the day, somebody that was your friend for a long time and y'all had a falling out, now you don't want to talk to him, and then now something happened to him, just like Shaq. I just seen a video of Shaq just crying his eyes out. And we all know the relationship that Shaq and Kobe have. Shaq dropped the diss track. Kobe had my taste. And they tried to get past that, but just now seeing what happened, like this guy's devastated, yo. I even seen Kendrick Perkins. He apologized to Kevin Durant about their beef.
Yeah. Like
after all this stuff happened. I just feel like there's no reason for people just to be, holding grudges, wishing bad upon people. Because at the end of the day, man,
being petty.
Yeah, being petty.
Don't be petty.
Don't be petty.
Don't throw pity if you can't take pity.
Don't go to sleep mad at somebody.
Especially if you care about them, or if they mean something to you in your life. Like, me and Jamon, we're really close. So regardless of what we say to each other, regardless of anything, we have another brother named Trey. We know we got each other back regardless of what time it is, regardless of what the situation is. We know we're always going to be there for each other. So, and the same with John, like regardless, he called me at any time, and we're going to be there for him regardless of what the situation is. You need people like that in your life. But what we're getting to today is, even if you had somebody like that in your life, but now y'all are no longer on those type of terms, and the relationship can be mended through something simple as talk and communication.
Because people don't want to communicate now.
People don't want to be a bigger person.
Pride. Yeah. Pride is a big issue in that, because everybody thinks they're bigger than what they really are.
Pride and technology, because you can't sit down and have a conversation. You want to text somebody. And texting somebody, it's like, that's all you want to do. Then you can mean it one way.
I'm going to let you know something.
But when they see that text message, you take it a different way.
One thing, you cannot hear somebody through a text. I don't care how good you know somebody. I don't care. But if it's a heated argument,
yes,
and I send you something about, like, I can say okay. You might thought I said okay in like the most disrespectful way. Yeah. And I did.
That has happened to me. That has happened to me recently, and like maybe like a couple days ago. something happened and it was just, I guess it was misinterpreted. And
That's all it is. But like you said, don't go to sleep sad or mad at somebody. Like, me and my wife don't argue, but if we have a little problem with her, like, it don't matter. It's time to go to bed. She will mess with me until she's like, you're not about to go to bed sad.
I love that.
Because
That's
like,
great.
because you never know, man.
Yeah.
Like, I might not wake up. She might not wake up. And do you know how bad that you would feel if...
That's gonna add on to it.
Yeah, that's... No,
Now
that
you
ain't
have to
good.
deal with the grief of the death. Now you have to deal with, oh, I should have said this, I shouldn't have said this, or I should have did this. It's better to ask for forgiveness than live with regret.
Yeah.
So I'd rather give it all I got and then say, forgive me for giving you too much, than wake up tomorrow and say, dang, I wish I would have. I should have did.
But
no,
it's over there, and I know when everything happened, man, it's like I never cried over a celebrity before. I felt like I lost a part of me. Like, he was like my best friend. And just feeling like that for a stranger, I can just imagine if that happened to somebody that I know, that I mess with, that's in my family. Oh, I'm holding a grudge. They made me mad. They pissed me off. And now the next thing is like, the main ones that's all pissed off, something happened to somebody, they the main ones that's, crying and dying, like, sad to death. Like, I don't know. I feel like everybody should just let that mess go, man. Let it breathe. Make your peace with people, because you never know when the last time you're going to talk to somebody.
First, you gotta make peace with yourself.
Yeah, you do have to make peace with yourself.
You're going to be able to make peace with other people.
Make peace with yourself and then be able to forgive. But that's why I tell people, there's only one God in this world, because after all the stuff people did to him, he still forgave everybody. I don't think I could be that big of a person to do that.
I know I can.
I don't think no human, can sit there and be like, I forgive you for all the crazy. Yeah, you got a big heart, but somebody sit here and do the ultimate disrespectful thing to you. It's hard.
Ask him. That's why he ain't saying that right now. He know I got a big heart.
You ain't Jesus.
Ain't
nobody gonna whoop your ass and you gonna forgive them.
No, you ain't. Anybody about to put you on the cross?
Hang you on the cross and forgive, and you get forgiven. Like, nah, you're not gonna do that. You gonna look at it like, I ain't. We're not going.
And I know we human, and I know the first thing is grudge. Forget that person. But we all gotta change the way we think. But like I was saying, I feel like we all need a different mentality, man. We all gotta think differently. People don't want to forgive people. Nobody say you forget. Just forgive people. Forgiving it goes a long ways, man.
I mean, it's better on you. I think it's easier on you as self. Like, so if you don't forgive somebody, you're really holding down a weight, because you have to wake up every day and you have to think. You really go about your day, and in some part of your day, you think about what they did to you. And instead of forgiving them, you'd rather wake up and say, "Nah, I'm gonna hold on to this."
And you know how hard and how much energy it is to be mad at somebody. Like, even though I be doing little dumb shit, sometimes I get mad at my wife for dumb stuff. It's like, I'm like, damn, I'm be mad. What the fuck you gonna be mad for? Hold on. Exit. Like, what in the world you gonna be mad for, yo? Like, it takes so much to be mad and
I think it's like
frowning, looking like Scrooge and everything, yo.
Ebenezer
Scrooge.
But I think it's easier, like, from knowing him from how long I have known him, he does have a big heart. And I think he learned at a young age that it is easier to forgive people. He learned it a lot far earlier than I did, because when it comes to me in certain situations, I do, but I don't forgive as easy as like most people probably do. Like, I'll think about it, but then I'll be like, okay, this is starting to weigh down on me. Once it starts to become a burden on me, that's when I'm like, okay, now I gotta let it go, because now it's starting to become healthy.
And with people, a lot of people think like, I'm holding this grudge, I might shouldn't, but like you said, that's a pride thing. Like, now it's like we playing chicken. Who gonna budge first? Like, who gonna say something first? Or like, you be mad at somebody, you be mad at your boyfriend or girlfriend, y'all looking at each other, and then y'all walk past each other like man, and then sometimes you be like, damn, man, we mad over some stupid stuff. So now next time we walk past each other, now guess what? Now we walking past each other a little bit closer, and then you might just be like, I know you just do dumb stuff like that just to be like, It's like sticking your toe. It's like sticking your toe. It's like getting in a swimming pool and you just like a little at a time.
Especially if you can't swim.
Yeah, but next thing you know, you be like, what are we doing, yo? Like,
that's how it is.
I'm just saying, yo. That's not really how it is with us because I tell you, we got a unicorn relationship, yo.
All the time about it.
You heard about it, but you never seen it before, yo. Well, but that's how it be sometimes, man. You crazy, yo. This dude, This dude,
Yeah.
This dude, this guy bugged out, yeah.
But like he said though, it can all be solved with the simplest stuff.
Communication is key.
So like cutting out a lot of stuff. Like instead of because we are in the technology era, stop having conversations over technology, face-to-face interaction. Like
Face to face.
stop having arguments over cell phones. Stop having arguments over social media. Stop that stuff. If you're not close enough with the person to have their number, you shouldn't be arguing with them. That's how I feel, at least. Because even though people do get into debates and disagreements online, like people just do that because everybody feel like their opinion is more important than other people's opinion.
Yeah.
An opinion is an opinion. It has no fact behind it. It's just an opinion. So I feel like certain situations and certain things can be prevented if you stop having them over social media. Like me and him hate texting. Like it just, and even him sometimes we hate texting. Unless it's the simplest thing like, oh, be here at this time or I need you here at this time.
Cause I feel like you pick up the phone at least pick up the phone. Like we need technology.
Yeah, especially in the era that we are.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, some people you ain't seen in a while, or just like we were talking earlier about how, you know, some people don't answer their phones. And like seriously, like some people don't answer their phone, and we were just talking like my son, he called. And we was in the store and we just talked about like people calling you don't answer your phone. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna answer the phone. It was something simple he wanted to ask me,
true.
but you never know. You know how some people you like, man, I'll call him later. And then
so even with him, like he picks up all his phone calls. I don't.
And I feel like nowadays you should pick off because I know I heard this lady, she was telling a story, some of her family was on, or somebody she loved was on one of those planes of 9/11. And they called her and she didn't pick up the phone. And then they called her again and they didn't pick up the phone. So we all know what happened.
Yeah.
So she wasn't able to, you know, talk to that person again. And you know, she said she never missed a phone call again. Like she would never miss a phone. Anytime somebody calls, no matter what she doing, you pick up the phone. Because I said, life is precious, man. Like you here today, you're gone tomorrow.
Yeah, it takes no time, literally.
And I don't know, I feel like somebody said on Facebook, like God humbled the world real quick.
Yeah, he did.
With the death of Kobe and all the other ones, his daughter and everybody else on the helicopter, like it was like it just jolted everybody, and I don't know. I just feel like that's an eye opener, and if that can happen to somebody like Kobe, that can happen to anybody. And I'm not saying that Kobe like the best thing in the world or whatever, but yes,
it's the inspiration that he had across the world.
That inspiration, that impact, and if something like that,
and somebody you don't even know.
Don't even know. I never cried for nobody. Like I see other people die, like man, that's messed up. But when Kobe died, first it was like I don't believe this because everything is always fake.
TMZ.
And then so when I searched and seen it on TMZ, I was like, you know what? It's true. And then ESPN hit me up. Then Yahoo hit me up. So we was on the way to do something. Then I was driving. Then when my wife, when she started driving, I couldn't do nothing. I just put my hood on my head, man. I leaned my seat back. You know, I just cried. And it's crazy because I didn't know him, but there's a lot of people didn't know him. But it's a lot of people that you do know that, you know, you beefing, like you have an issue with your mom or your kids. I know people that don't even talk to their mom and dad because they beefing with them. And, they beefing with them no matter what.
I was one of those people. That's what I was saying. I wasn't talking to my mom for a long time because I was beefing with her. It wasn't even, and it was something that could have been fixed simply through a conversation, but I didn't want it to be fixed. You know why? because of pride.
Pride.
But at any moment, the older I got and the more mature I became, I just said, why do I keep holding on to this weight? Like, it's really starting to drain me. I look like a 90-year-old man just walking around. I'm 12 years old.
He old. Long fist money.
And I'm 12 years old walking around.
How he sit?
Like this. And I ain't gonna change it.
Look, I can't even get my leg up there, yo.
I ain't gonna change it.
But, you say, what? You too big? My stomach too big. That's why I can't do it.
But it's just like, I've seen people like that. And going from my experience, I can help people through that situation. Like, if you can lend a helping hand, like, go ahead. Like, if you can help somebody become geared towards mending a relationship, why not help? Because you never know how important that relationship might be to that person, but their pride might be getting in the way.
Mending relationships.
And that mending relationships goes for anybody. If that goes for parents, or that goes for boyfriend and girlfriend, and that goes for any kind of relationship. As far as it's healthy. Not saying to go mend a toxic relationship, because if the person is toxic and they have no growth in their life and you see no growth, don't go mend a relationship like that. Forgive that person.
Yeah, you don't have to mend that relationship, but I still feel like, especially if I had like long history, kids together and stuff don't happen, you could just be like, you know what? Things didn't work out the way we wanted to work out.
In all the different directions in life.
We all doing different things, but I'm not gonna no longer disrespect you, wish any ill will on you, because I know a lot of parents, single. I'm not saying single, but parents that's not with their kids' mother or father, and they just hate that person. And I mean, granted, some of that stuff you can understand, but I just feel like everybody just need to get their stuff together, man. Like, you shouldn't be jealous of this person because they doing this, you doing that. I just think it's pointless, man. I just feel like us as humans, we are so freaking. What word am I thinking? I don't get humans. Like serious, man. Like, we spoiled people. Like, we feel like we could just do what we want to do, say what we want to say, forget this person, especially nowadays. Like, the time that we are right now, man, it's not a lot of respect left. People don't respect. It's not a lot of respect.
Not a lot of tough love.
No tough love.
That's why I got humble so fast. I grew up with tough love, and I had to be able to understand that somebody's doing this for a reason.
Yeah.
So that's how I got home.
But I used to let stuff get to me. I try not to let stuff get to me now. Even if somebody got attitude with me,
I laugh.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, because a couple months ago, when we moved, I ain't put no names in there. We moved my stepdaughter back. Y'all that know me, y'all know what I'm talking about. But we moved her back here, and the dude at the U-Haul place, he was, I don't know, he had a bad day but he was on some snappy, rude stuff. Oh boy, they got attitude, yo. Like, he don't know who he talking. Like, why this? Hey, there's no need to even have an attitude, because my motto is, I know y'all heard it before, but tomorrow come regardless. I'm not gonna let this person. It's like whatever, yo. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do what we gotta do. Let's get out of here, and we're gonna let that be what it is. So we had an incident with a neighbor, and I mean, y'all was over here. Y'all was over here at the aftermath, but I didn't have a problem with it. I mean, we said what we had to say, and we just kept it moving. And, just like I told them, like, how would y'all feel if, something happened to this lady the next day? Y'all had y'all little issue, and something happened to her. I mean, yeah, you might not know her like that, but in the back of your mind, you're like, man, dang, I wish that wouldn't have went down that way, man.
That's somebody's mama.
That's somebody's mama, yo. Like, dang, I wish stuff would have went a different way.
Fail to realize every day that, like, somebody dies every day.
Every day somebody dies.
It's just not. My main thing with certain people is they gotta understand that it's gonna happen.
Like,
they're gonna mourn, but you need to be able to understand that. Guess what? My mama could die whenever, and guess what? Ain't nobody else they still gonna do and keep going on with their life, because that's what you gotta do.
That's what you gotta do.
But I'm not saying you ain't gotta mourn. It's just the fact that, like, it happens.
Like nobody's perfect. Everybody has those days where they don't want to be bothered. They don't want to talk to anybody. Some days you just snappy. Some days you're aggravated faster than others. But try to put yourself in a situation where you don't have any regrets on. Dang, maybe I shouldn't have said it to that person.
Yeah.
I still have those moments now because if you know me, I'm very impulsive when it comes to certain stuff that I say. So you might get on my nerves. I might tell you something that I shouldn't be saying, but I'm getting better at it, and that comes with experience and learning and growing as a person, becoming more mature. So I think it's just becoming like, put yourself in a situation to be like, okay, know what happened last time, evaluate what happened last time in a certain situation, say, okay, maybe I shouldn't say that again because you don't know what's going to happen. You might see that person that you fussed out and cussed out in the newspaper deceased or this happened to him, and you be like, man, that was the last thing they heard from me.
Yeah, the last thing, and at the end of the day, everybody can sit there and be like, oh, I wouldn't feel this way. I wouldn't feel. You never know how you're going to feel until what happens.
In them shoes.
But it's like the reason why I think Kobe hit us so hard because of his inspiration. So like one word or one thing could inspire somebody. Like your negative word could inspire that person to go commit suicide. Or your positive word could inspire that person to keep moving forward with life. So you never know who you can inspire along the way.
Yeah. That's like even how everybody, like even the commercials. Everybody hated. I don't care who you was. If you on Laker fan,
But you wasn't a Laker fan.
I couldn't stand Kobe. But guess what? At the end of the day, when he retired, I was like, dang, I'm really not gonna be able to hate this man anymore. Like,
I love Kobe from the beginning. And when that happened, I called my nephew, and he was like, man, he's always just about to call you too. I was like, man.
But then, like, even seeing how he was, like, he inspired a lot of people.
Look,
throughout the hate.
He inspired us right now to have a conversation about it because, like I said, our podcast was going to be about something totally different.
Yeah.
But when this hit, like, I texted him, I said, man, we're going to have to talk about life. I said, because this really hurt me. Yeah. Like, it really hurt me. And I don't know. I feel like it inspired me to talk and get some stuff off our chest because I know I got family members, people hold grudges. And I'm the type of person I used to, but now I'm like, man, why y'all holding this grudge for? Just like my little brother, my dad. Like, it's a big grudge. I know my dad did some crazy stuff. I know. He wasn't there for us. Barely seen us. He did start coming around in our life. When I married my wife, he came to the wedding. So we seen him a handful of times. It's pretty much like that's the most we've like actually seen him. And then I met his family. Like I was 31 when I met his family. Like I never known any of his family. It was a big cookout. So, we all went. Even though I know that he wasn't a present dad, but he came to do some work for my little brother and some stuff started happening. And everybody thought, he just, trying to get over on you. But next thing you know, he was sick. Like, he got leukemia. He need a bone marrow transplant. And, my little brother, he was like, when it was time for us to send like a swab to see if any of the family of his kids was compatible to be able to give him bone marrow, my little brother, he was like, he ain't been there for me. He doing this, he doing that. He's pretty much like, I'm not gonna do it. And I was like, regardless, I said, if you know that you could be a person to save somebody, why wouldn't you do it? Oh, he got over on me, da 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 da. And I asked him straight up, like, look, you go to church on Sundays, don't you? He was like, yeah. I was like, so how you gonna go to church, but you're not gonna forgive somebody for some of the things they did or them not being present? You really didn't have an answer. But it's like, now come to find out, I'm the only person that can give him bone marrow. Out of all his kids, out of all his family, no people on the donor list, I'm the only person who can help save him. And it's been a lot of time, like I said, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna send you this, I'm gonna send you that, and it never happened. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to live with myself. Yeah. If I know that, okay, I could have saved him, but I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna hold on to this grudge for what he used to be, and now he died. Well, I could have helped him.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell people, like, I didn't have to do that, or I don't have to do that, but at the end of the day, that's still your dad.
Yeah.
Regardless if he was there or not. Somebody needs you.
So
And-
put yourself in them shoes.
Yeah.
If it was the opposite way around. You
Yeah.
don't want somebody to do that for you.
You
But
would
if
want
they didn't, then you'll be like, I mean, I see why you're not doing it, but
Yeah.
I don't want you to.
But I don't know. I just want to say, people just something like that, and giving bone marrow is the way they told me. It seemed like it's gonna kill me. Like
I'm gonna let you know now.
they were. She told me she wanted me to. Oh, we good. Yeah, we good. Yeah, I got it on my mind. Yeah, she told me she wanted me to do like injections and stuff like that. It's gonna make me feel like I got the flu and stuff like that. But I'm like, man. But he need me.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna hold that grudge.
I think the biggest thing for that whole situation is don't do it for them. Do it for you.
Yeah.
Like,
It benefits
become
you.
a better person for you. Do something different for you. Don't hold that grudge because you're not becoming a better person. Like, the whole premise in life to me is just become better each day.
Yeah.
And by rekindling a relationship that can be fixed with something simple, is becoming a better person. Even if you put your best foot forward first. Like, because pride in this generation, because of technology, now you can hide behind a screen. I think it's really bad that now everybody's pride is so high that when it comes to apologies or forgiveness, they send a text message or they don't say nothing at all. They say, I'm gonna wait for them to text me first. But honestly, I think it's just become a better person for you. Like, for me, it's a sense of motivation and a sense of self-worth. Like, okay, I just grew a sense of growth when I rekindled a relationship that I was like, I messed up in, or I shouldn't say anything to them, but I'm going to say something to them anyway.
Yeah.
It recently just happened to me. And that's, from people that know me, that's a big step in my life. Okay. Well, take with that though. You didn't
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So, like, in the past, like a while ago, me and one of my friends didn't talk. Well, we were really close friends. And then I got a girlfriend. He know who it is. But my girlfriend didn't like that friend. So because of me being how I am, I kind of cut that friend off. The friend did nothing to me whatsoever. Like, nothing happened,
So you did it for a girl.
basically. But I was a dumbass at the time. Okay, cut that out. I was a dummy.
You didn't do it for the fun. You did it for a girl.
So, the situation that happened, we didn't talk for a long period of time. I tried, but then I thought about it and said, maybe this ain't gonna work the same way. But as of recently, we've been communicating somewhat, just checking in on each other, back and forth, but it was rekindled because I put my best foot forward. I apologized. I said I shouldn't have did it. I was immature at the time, and I shouldn't have did it the way that I did it. I went about it all wrong. It's certain ways that you go about stuff.
Yeah.
And you can't just cut somebody off cold turkey without them knowing, especially if you were best friends. Like, you never do a situation like that. Like, no matter what it is, you actually communicate. And at the time, being stupid and immature, I didn't do it that way. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
But you can.
You
Also,
can, but
It's not bad if you do, but that's what I'm trying to say. As in, to
depending on
cut
how it
somebody-
turned out.
That's what I'm saying. But even to cut somebody cold turkey, you ain't got, in my opinion, sometimes.
Depending on what it's about, though.
Yeah, okay, not that. Yeah.
But the way I went about mine was not good at all.
Oh, but girl, no, I wouldn't cut them cold turkey, but you know, you going
Okay, yeah, now I get what you're
But if you go in a different direction and they trying to go a different direction and you know you're not trying to go that way,
Yeah.
and then that's when it's like, well, you know,
I click now.
yeah, just because we ain't cool, like I'm going my separate way. I had a buddy of mine like that. Like I'm not gonna say we was doing the same thing because I always had a job, always worked, but things was different with him. But you know, at the end of the day, it was like I just started removing myself out of situations, doing this and doing that, and next thing you know, it's like now I don't see him because he moved away. But every once in a while, we just, hey man, what's going on, man? How you been? How the family? Da 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 da. But still, like we were good friends. But now we both going our different direction. But we should still, still communicate.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And yeah.
Like, just a send. This phone is very good for small talk. Like that's what it's really great for. Like say he's a businessman, therefore his friend is a businessman. That's great for business. Hey man, just checking on you, see how your day was going. Whenever he finished doing what he's doing, and his friend finishes, look at it. Okay, cool. Hey man, I'm doing great. Boom. Thanks for checking in on me. Leave it there. That's what the phone is really. It's quick and simple conversation. But in this society, we took it too far, and now we're having bulky conversations over a phone. Now you send somebody a Torah or a book or the Quran and expect them to read that, and then you get mad when they send back K, okay, or cool, or thumbs up. Like they just like you can't do that. Like certain situations aren't like that. But like in a situation of like how he is and him and his boy is, and they check on each other, that's perfectly fine. Like rekindling a relationship or forgive somebody or stop holding grudges doesn't mean you have to jump back into the life and jump back into the old habits that you had with them.
Yeah, and back in the day, like right in high school, well, right after I graduated, like I was cool with, I had a group of boys that we used to always hang with. Like if you seen me, you seen them. You seen them, you seen me. Like one night something happened, and you know they wasn't there for me. They was there, but they wasn't there for me. Mm-hmm. And so it was a crazy situation, and like after that day, it was like instant. I cut them off. Like I ain't no. We're gonna fast forward 10 years later, 10, 12 years later. I moved one of their sisters, mm-hmm. and he was there, and to help load the truck. So me being the person I am, I know in the back of my mind what happened last time. You know, we was all hanging out and stuff. Like so, you know, I spoke like how you doing, da da da, and I left it as that. A year or two later, now the other guy that was hanging with, that used to be my right hand man. You know, like that used to be my right hand. So I seen him not too long ago at Walmart. And, you know, he spoke, we chopped it up for a few minutes, and we left it as that. Like, I didn't forget the situation that went down, and y'all was there, but y'all wasn't there. I didn't forget that, but I wasn't going to hold no grudge, because at the end of the day, we used to be cool, you know. So, you know, I spoke my piece, we spoke, and then I carried on about my life.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to deal with them the same. No. It just means, like I said, you have to forgive them for you.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like if even though I don't deal with them, if something was like going through the grapevine, like I found out that both of their moms died, and I was like, dang man, like I felt bad that both of their moms died. I mean, obviously 'cause I knew their moms, and I mean I used to talk to their mom all the time, but you know, at the end of the day, it's like just because. Like you said, just because you had a relationship with somebody, I don't have a relationship, don't mean I can't be cool, cordial.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you can't forgive the mistakes that people made. Because people, we make mistakes all the time.
Yeah, forgive yourself.
But like you said, you gotta have within yourself. You're like,
no, I'm saying, like, think about how many mistakes. I wouldn't even look at it as the other person. I would look at it as self.
Yep.
So think about how many mistakes you made when it comes to
that other person,
or even in your everyday life. Like you might walk out your house and forget to turn the light off and come back, and you might forget to close the garage, or you might forget to fold your clothes. You might forget to put your clothes and turn the wash machine on, or put your clothes in the dryer. To you, it might not seem like a mistake, but realistically, it's a mistake. Yeah. Like you didn't mean to do it; it just slipped your mind.
Like it just happened.
Yeah, it just happened. Like how many times that you forget to put out the meat when your mama tell you to when she on the way home? Like it's just little, it's little stuff. Like it's little mistakes. Like think of how many times you make mistakes and you forgive yourself. Like, oh, it's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So why can't you give that same grace and mercy to somebody else?
Sure. And that's what I try to do, man. Because
that's a word.
People dropping off like flies, man.
Man,
I mean, we get to that. This is one thing I realized younger. I never lost anybody that was like truly close.
Yeah.
Until I got older, I lost my uncle. Like that hit me different. Like I just like, dang, it really could just happen.
Happen out the blue, nothing.
It doesn't
No
take any
reason.
time. It can literally go just like that. It never.
Like you could be doing what you supposed to be doing where you at, where you need to be at, and something still can happen.
Yeah, life is unpredictable. So
And
you never know.
where you going.
Yeah,
No.
you never know.
And then, like I said, I know I'm going back to the whole Kobe situation, but the night before, his record was broken by LeBron James, and Kobe texted him, "Congratulations, keep it up, da 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 da," and
33,644.
yeah, and then now, less than 24 hours later,
Yeah.
he was doing what he do all the time, being where he's supposed to be, and something happened. So that can happen to somebody like that. That can happen to anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere. And like I said, there's a lot of things that's unavoidable.
And then, like, even going back to what you said about the him and Shaq situation, I seen an interview where Shaq was like, I felt like I messed up something good after they had all the hate and all that stuff going on. Kobe and Shaq both won co-MVP at the All-Star game. And Kobe gave Shaq the award. And, like, that's when Shaq realized, like, dang, I really probably messed up a dynasty for the Lakers. And it was like, that made me forgive him because that showed that he already forgave me.
Yeah.
And he forgave himself for doing everything we did because we was young, dumb, and
Yeah.
that's just what happened. But I tell, like, a lot of my friends, I'll be like, a lot of people come to me about relationships or just friends, anything. And they be like, I feel like I should say something. I'll be like, say it. But if you're going to say something, say it because it benefits you. Don't say you sorry or you feel bad because you did this and did that just to be saying it to try to get something more than what you really know you need or want out of the situation. You need to say it to benefit you. If you know you want to feel good, even if you just send a message and they don't respond, reply, or anything, but you know they got it, send it. But if you just sending it and you waiting for something to happen, like waiting for a response or something, then don't do it. Because you're not going to get what you want.
Send it.
Do what's best.
Send it.
It do crazy.
Just send it. Just send
I
it.
should get a shirt that say that.
Like serious. Just send that message.
Literally, just send that message.
Just
man.
thinking about you. Hope you're doing all right. Send it.
Just
Thank
that
you,
is
dog.
just.
I know, and I know we sit here talk about text messages.
No.
But seriously.
At the beginning of the podcast, I thought about it. So
But like,
I've
but
been
like,
waiting for it. He said something
yeah,
earlier.
but like seriously,
Yeah,
I know we talk about social media and technology,
but stuff like we also
but
talk about.
but certain things like that,
Yeah.
you just send it,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, that person know, like, you know what? Okay,
But like we both said, it's not about them. It's about you.
but yeah,
Exactly.
but at the end of the day, when that person see that, they could be like, you know what?
Even if they don't respond.
I was feeling. Even if they don't respond, you know they're ready.
But you got to understand though, before you even say that, make sure your intentions are pure.
Yeah, you gotta be real. Gotta be
sending
real.
it expecting something, you're gonna be heartbroken. You're gonna be disappointed.
And you're going to expect something. Don't.
Send it. Put your phone down. Go
Send
do
it.
something else. Don't even.
Don't worry. But at the end of the day, when you get the response, if the response ain't what you wanted, and it's more than like they going back and forth, let it go.
But you said what you had to say
Yeah.
to get that monkey off your back.
And that even though they responded, they might. Everybody's different. Some people don't say what they really want to say. Some people don't know how to communicate. They want to communicate. So they might say something, and you might take it completely different. But it might be because that person can't communicate.
Yeah.
It might be because that person don't want to let you
Going
really
back
know how
to
they
what you
feel.
said earlier.
So
Going back, but if that's the only way that you can get jump started to communicate, just do what you gotta do. All right.
But so the main thing, like I was saying, I don't care if it's through text or face to face. It doesn't matter. If you can say sorry through a text message, yeah, it might not come off the same as the other person, but at the same time, if it releases everything off of you, then do that. Now, every relationship is not the same, and you know you can't. Some relationships, you know you can't say it face to face because you can't even look at that person in the face because it's gonna bother the mess out of you. So that's why I said through text, yeah, if you gotta do it, then do it. But if you can say it to their face or say it over FaceTime, like it can be random. But if the situation that y'all got going on, if you can only text, just text it.
but don't say sorry and then go back to acting the same exact way.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
You need to actually do, like you said, benefit you. You felt yourself grow right then like as a person. So you need to continue that. Like, you sorry, all right. Now do better.
Now, when you say sorry, stop at sorry and don't go back. Like, seriously, because then it's basically, if you play spades, it's called redigging. So, like, say sorry, and then, like, okay, from that sorry, say, okay, now it's time for me to grow. Don't say sorry every week, because then you're going to start getting on somebody's nerves. Because then they're going to be like, oh, they're really not sorry.
A lot of people fail to realize the past is the past. So why we keep going back and forth with it? Like, what's the purpose?
No rear view.
I mean,
I got my transmission. My car don't go over.
No reverse.
Like me, I'm talking about, man, we be at peace, like peace with life. So my thing is this: everything that happened in the past, we might have the worst passes in the world,
but you can't
sit there and harp on it, bro. Like, what you gonna do?
I mean, literally,
let it hold you back. So you gonna let a person hold you back. And technically, the person is really you at the end of the day. You're holding yourself back for allowing that person to do it.
Yeah.
It's all mental, man.
But at the end of the day, man, love the people that love you and love the people that don't love you. Take care of the ones that take care of you. Take care of the ones that don't take care of you. And make sure you inspire somebody and make sure that you rekindle something if it's beneficial to you, but do it with pure intentions.
Yeah.
And
you might can't do it to 100% that you want to do it, but do something. That's all that matters. Like what he even said. If you can do it, do it. If you can't do it, then you can't. But you
can do it.
Just send it.
But like we say, don't hold any grudges.
Don't be petty.
Don't be
Relationships,
petty.
don't be petty. Don't go back and forth.
No,
not me.
Because you never know
That
when you never know when you're gonna go. So everybody, stay up, love one another. Like I said, reach out to people, call them.
Open-minded.
Be open-minded.
Grow. Grow as a person.
Try to understand.
You wanna shout yourself out?
Listen.
This is my brand, NDO, No Days Off. Website coming soon. Follow me on Instagram at _NDO_training. I'm on Facebook at No Days Off Training, NDO Training. Or you can look at it as Deronquez Win,
It's gonna be a bubble right here. All your information.
Win, WYNN. And be on the lookout for all my merchandise.
I'm Jamon. Nah, y'all can follow me. Well, subscribe to me on YouTube. Patman __42. PACKMAN __. You got the rest.
And I'm John, aka Rubaboskii. Check me out on all social media. It's a lot more things coming. And one more thing. I know I always end it with Rubaboskii out, and I got Rubaboskii out from Kobe with the Mamba out. So I'm saying rest in peace to Kobe, rest in peace to Gigi. I don't know the names of the other people. Well, I can't pronounce the names of some of them, but rest in peace to them too. It's a sad situation. I really hope everybody just continue to pray for the families, because at the end of the day, like I said, it was sad that I know Kobe was in that plane and his daughter, but there was two other kids and their families and the pilot that was up there too. So like the overall situation just really hurt. I was really touched. The entire world. And I know a lot of people talk about Kobe more because obviously he's Kobe. He's worldwide. So it's not too much stuff I can talk about the other people because I really don't know about them, but I'm pretty sure their families and their friends have stories.
They have impacted people that we just don't know about.
Yeah.
Like, I cry for them too, because at the end of the day, somebody lost their life, but people lost their lives. And so, like I said, just love each other, forgive each other. And for Kobe, I'm going to say Mamba out.
That petty stuff, for real. Don't be petty in relationships. I'm trying to tell y'all that. It ruined it.